Hello, my lovely students and anyone else joining me. For those of you who don't know, my name is Sonia Gray. I am the founder of Water and Earth Yoga. I am a certified aqua yoga instructor and a registered yoga teacher. Today, I would like to offer you a short studio yoga practice for any time really, but this was especially geared to my students for the holiday season to hold you over until classes begin in the new year. So for this practice, we will be using 2 blocks or anything like a block. So some people might use, like big soup cans or like spaghetti sauce cans or peanut butter jars. That always works well too. 4, we're going to do half moon, and you can even use a chair for that, but I would suggest that either it's up against a wall or the 4 legs are on a sticky mat. So let's begin. We will start on our back bodies. So I'll give you a few minutes to get down there. And with eyes open or closed, if that's available to you, or maybe with a soft gaze. Feel yourself supported by the earth beneath you and arrive in this moment. Soften your shoulders away from your ears. Soften your forehead and soften your jaw. And I invite you now to bring awareness to your external environment. This could be sights or sounds, maybe the touch of air on your skin. And then bring awareness to your internal environment. So this could be body sensations or maybe emotions. And when you're ready, and if it feels safe to do so, bring awareness to your breath. You don't have to alter it in any way. Simply notice its natural rhythm. Is your breath slow and deep, or fast and shallow? Does it go all the way down into your belly, or is it high up in your chest? Now, at your own pace, I invite you to take 5 long, deep breaths. Inhaling through your nose, maybe exhaling with a sigh, but extending that exhale longer than your inhale, and counting those 5 breaths backwards from 5 to 1. I'll give you space now for this breath practice. Now come back to your natural breath. Throughout today's practice, I will cue you to check in with your body to see how you feel. See if you are able to use your breath to ground yourself and connect to your body in these moments. Please keep in mind that this is your practice. It is important in yoga that you listen to your body and respect its limits. Please find a pace that suits you. You may rest at any time throughout this class and gently come out of a pose whenever you wish. Questions are welcome in the comments. If your eyes were closed, now flutter them open. So we'll start, like I said, on our backs. I'm just going to move my blocks out of the way and get onto my back here. So place your right foot on the right edge of the mat and left foot on the left edge of the mat. And your arms can be wherever comfortable. Maybe tuck your chin in just slightly. And on your next exhale, lower your knees towards the right. Inhaling back through center, exhaling over to the left. And we'll do this for 5 breaths. Inhaling back through center, exhaling over to the right. Inhaling through center again, exhaling over to the left, and then 3 more breaths here. So 1 more breath on each side. Then bring your feet back to hip width distance, knees still bent, and then place your right ankle on your left thigh. And then if you're looking for a deeper stretch, you can bring your left shin parallel to the earth, or extend your left leg straight, but still ensuring that your right ankle is on your thigh, not your knee. We'll hold this for 3 breaths. Lower your right foot to the mat and then cross your left ankle onto your right thigh. And again, option to bring your right shin parallel to the earth or extend that right leg long with your foot to the sky. And again for 3 breaths. Then bring your feet and your hands to the sky and let's circle wrists and ankles, point and flex hands and feet, spread fingers and toes wide and scrunch them up and spread them wide again. When that feels complete for you, lower your hands and your feet to the earth and then roll to your side and push your way up into any easeful seated position. So option here, since we're doing Moon Salutation and which is very hip centered, option here is to sit in butterfly. So that's soles of your feet together, knees out to the side, but this can be a bit much, so feeling free to put support under your knees. You'll still get a hip stretch there. Okay, I don't know if you can see me, so I'm going to back up a little bit here. Okay, I think you can probably see me better now. So press down into your sit bones. Lengthen up through your spine to the crown of your head. Tuck your chin in just slightly. Soften your shoulders and place your hands and your arms wherever comfortable. On your next exhale, lower your chin towards your chest. Really letting your head be heavy. Shoulders soft and arms are heavy. We'll hold this for 3 more breaths. Maybe every exhale might bring your chin just a little bit closer towards your chest. Then on your next inhale, very slowly rolling your shoulder over, or your right ear over to your right shoulder. And then exhale, roll your head back down through center, bringing your left ear over top of your left shoulder. Inhale back down through center, over to the right. Exhale back down through center, over to the left. We'll do this for 5 more breaths, and feel free to pause in any areas that might need some extra attention. So 2 more breaths here. Then very slowly inhaling your head back up through center. And I'm actually going to sit cross-legged now because it is quite a bit for your hips. Okay, and then we'll do a dynamic seated twist. So this can be a lot for your shoulders, and I'll give you an option if it is too much. So inhale, sweep your arms up and overhead and lengthen up. Exhale, twist to the right and lower your arms. Now, an option for, if it is a lot for your shoulders, you can just inhale, lengthen, and then exhale, twist, and just keep your arms alongside your body. Inhale, sweep your arms back up, come back through center, lengthening up. Exhale, twist to the left and lower your arms. Inhale, up through center. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, back through center, lengthening. Exhale, twist to the left. 1 more time on each side. Inhale, up. Exhale, twist. Inhale, back up. Exhale, twist to the left. And then inhale, back through center, lengthening, and then let your arms float alongside your body. And then we're gonna come into tabletop. So that's hands and knees. Use a blanket here. I'm on a very thick mat and on a carpet. So right now, usually I do use a blanket, but I won't be using a blanket today. But feel free to use a blanket for your knees. And then options for hands. Normally, I don't like to say normally, but traditionally, your hands would be below your shoulders. If this is too much for your wrists, you can put them slightly ahead, or you could place them on blocks and hold them like this, and that's kind of more of a natural position for your wrists. So you have a few options there. So, knees below hips. And then options for hands, either below shoulders, slightly ahead, or on blocks. index fingers pointing up, tops of your feet on the earth. Pressing away from the mat, spreading your shoulder blades wide. Bring your navel in just slightly, and then looking down and length through your neck. Inhale, tilt your tailbone up, let your belly sink towards the earth, and gently raise your head. Exhale, tilt your tailbone down, arch and round your back, really pushing away from the mat, and gently lower your head. Inhale, tilt your tailbone up, let your belly sink, and gently raise your head. Exhale, tilt your tailbone down, arch and round your back, and lower your head. And just move in and out of this at your own pace with your own breath for about 5 breaths. So inhaling into cow pose, exhaling into cat pose. Two more breaths. And then coming back into tabletop, grab onto your blocks. We're going to make our way to standing, but through low lunge and a forward fold. So step your right foot forward, bend your right knee, keeping that knee out towards your baby toe. Blocks are below your shoulders. Actually, you know what? Place them slightly ahead. It'll be easier. Tuck your left toes under and push your left foot up next to your right. So they're about hip width distance now into a forward fold. And we're gonna just hang here. So whether your hands stay on your blocks or maybe come to one block or to the earth, and just kind of hanging here for a moment, maybe swaying side to side. Then press down into your feet, and then with a flat back, inhale, sweep your arms up and overhead, palms together, down to heart center, and take a round of breath. Okay, so we'll move into our modified moon salutation. Keep a block around the mid of your mat. I'm going to take a drink of water. I invite you to do the same. We have the heat on here because it's so cold. Well, it's cold for me because I'm used to Victoria weather now. So my throat gets really dry from the heat. Okay. So moon salutations actually move lengthwise down the mat, so side to side down the mat, as opposed to sun salutations, which would go forward and backward. So we're going to start with our left hip at the top of the mat. So in Tadasana, in mountain pose. Feet either together, hip width distance, or if balance is an issue, slightly further apart. Press down into the center of your heel, the pad under your big toe, and the pad under your baby toe. And then lean forward just very slightly, lean back slightly, to the right, and to the left, and try to find a middle ground here. And Tadasana looks like standing, but may feel very different than just the way you normally stand. So scanning upward, very soft, very slight bend in the knees, enough to engage your thighs. And then place your hands on your hips, so the top of your pelvis. And then very slowly and gently tilt your pelvis all the way forward and then all the way back. And then come to find a neutral pelvis where your tailbone is heavy, so not really tucked in, but just lengthening through there. And then lengthen up through your spine to the crown of your head. Tuck your chin in just slightly, and then soften your shoulders, arms alongside your body, or externally rotate your shoulders with your palms facing forward, or bringing your hands to heart center. And then I just want to go over quickly about back bends, because we are doing upward salute. So for a back bend, we want that bend, my students already know this because I'm harping on this all the time. We want the back bend to come from the mid upper back. So from here. If you wear a bra, it's basically where your bra strap is. And to do that, we're gonna turn our thighs inward. So the meat of your thighs, turning them inwards, not your knees, keeping your knees straight still. And then lifting your sternum to the sky. And that's where we're gonna get that back bend from. I'm just going to do a demo here before we get started. So turning your thighs inward, broadening your back here, and then lifting your sternum to the sky. I hope that you can see. I'm not wearing a tank top today, so I hope with this shirt you can still see what I'm doing. Okay, Tadasana. Take a round of breath. Inhale, sweep your arms up and overhead. Palms facing forward, thumbs touching. Turn your thighs inward. Inhale, lift your sternum up and reach back in upward salute. And then exhale, come back through center. And then on your next exhale, bend to the right. Inhale back through center, lengthening up. Exhale, bend to the left. Inhale back through center. Lower your arms. Take a big step out with your right foot. Both your toes are going to be pointing out slightly now. Your feet are pointing out slightly. You can bring your hands to heart center. Exhale, bend your knees in goddess pose. Lengthen through your tailbone. So your tailbone is heavy, chest is high. And then inhale, straighten your legs. Lower your arms. Pivot your left toes in. So now your left toes are pointing forward. Pivot your right toes all the way to the right. Both legs are straight now. Inhale your arms parallel to the earth, lengthening, and then reach as far as comfortable over that right foot. And then exhale, lower that right hand to your thigh, to your calf, maybe to a block on the earth in front of your foot. Open your chest. Place your left hand on your hip, or you can extend that left arm up. And then lower that left arm if it was up. Take that block, bring it to the outside of your right foot and up slightly. We're going to go into half moon. So lean into that right foot and lean into that block. And see, just about playing with lifting that left foot up off the earth. So this could be enough. Or you could open your chest and then maybe even extend that arm up. That's why I said play with. I love this pose. It's one of my favorites, but balancing on the carpet is kind of hard. Now there's another option. You can do half moon up against the wall. So same thing, right foot, whoops, I'll try not to knock over my plant. Right toes are pointing right, left toes are pointing forward. That block is to the right of your right foot and slightly forward. And then press down, lift your leg up, and now your back, well, your hips will be right up against the wall. Left foot is flexed. Open your chest to the sky. Extend that left arm up. And I like to look down. Some people like to look up, but I find looking down is more comfortable for my neck. But you can look in any direction that's available to you. And we'll hold this for 3 breaths. Lower that top arm, lower that leg. Now, okay, let's move half moon to the other side. So again, you can use the wall. I have a cactus there, so I'm not going to. So, to get into half moon on the other side, step your left foot out. Pivot your left toes to the left, your right toes are pointing forward. Reach with that left hand over to the left. Bring your block to the left of your left foot and slightly ahead. Press into that left foot and that block. See about lifting the right leg. Right leg almost parallel to the earth. Right foot is flexed. And then if you want a bit more, you can open your chest to the sky. Let's see if I can do it today. My balance is really off today. Open your chest to the sky. You can place your right hand on your hip or extend that arm above. And we'll hold this for 3 breaths. And then we're gonna lower that right foot into triangle feet. So big step back. Where your right toes are pointing forward, your left toes are still left. And then block in front of your left foot, or hand to calf or to thigh. And then open that chest to the sky. Option hand on your hip or straight up in triangle. Legs are straight. Look in any direction that's comfortable for your neck. Lower that top hand, press down into your feet. Inhale your torso up. Now bring your toes, your right toes out slightly, your left toes in. Both your feet are pointed out slightly. Exhale, bend your knees. Hands to heart center. Tailbone is heavy, chest high in goddess. Step your left foot next to your right. Toes are facing forward again. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Lengthen, palms facing forward, thumbs touching. Exhale, bend to the left. Inhale, back through center. Exhale, bend to the right. Inhale, back through center. We're gonna go into that back bend again. Turn your thighs in. Inhale, lift your chest up, reach back. Looking to the sky. Palms together. Down to heart center. Take a round of breath. Okay. Excuse me. So we are moving to cool down now. Grab some water. Excuse me. So take a wide stance, Make sure you have a block near you. You might need it. Inhale, sweep your arms up, lengthening. Exhale, hinge at the hips, fold forward, and then you can reach for a block or hands to the earth and really hang there. And we're going to move into those 5 breaths again. So inhaling through your nose, maybe exhaling with a sigh, but extending that exhale longer than your inhale. Counting those 5 breaths backwards from 5 to 1. I'll give you space now for this breath practice. Really let your head be heavy. Option to bend your knees or maybe bend one then the other. And then make your way down to the mat again. And we're going on hands and knees again, so grab that padding for your knees if you would like. Toes together, knees wide. Sit your hips back. Lower your forearms to the mat. And then option here to bring your hands to stacked fists or a block or to the mat. Lower your torso towards the mat. We'll breathe here for 5 breaths. Then make your way to your back body. You might need one of those blocks, so make sure you have that handy. And then bring your knees in towards your chest or out to the side, just grabbing onto the back of your knees. Maybe rocking back and forth or side to side or backward and forward. And like I said, you can have them out or you can have them in, whatever feels lovely and nourishing here. And then when you're ready, on your next exhale, lower your knees towards the right. But you want to keep your shoulders on the mat. So that might mean that your knees might not come all the way to the floor, and that's okay. Just place a block under or between your knees for support. And we'll hold this for 5 breaths. You can look in any direction that's comfortable for your neck. Arms can be out to the side or down alongside your body. Remember extending that exhale. One more breath. Then inhale your knees back up through center and then exhale them over to the left. Here, I will move so you can see me. Keeping your shoulders on the mat, using support for your knees if you need it. hold this for 5 breaths. One more breath. Then inhale your knees back up through center. Extend your legs long and your arms above your head. And give yourself one final big body stretch from head to toes. Maybe wiggle around, maybe invite some side bends here. And then come into any restful position for Savasana. Maybe I'm gonna have some water first. Maybe have a drink of water. And then here you can use any props you'd like. You can use pillows, maybe a blanket or a warm sweatshirt. Excuse me. So I'll give you another moment to get comfortable. So keeping eyes open or closed, or softening your gaze. Inhale deeply through your nose and exhale with a sigh. If it feels safe, perhaps doing a full body scan and see if you are able to release any areas of tension. Soften the muscles across your face. Feel yourself safely supported by the earth beneath you. With every exhalation, feel yourself sinking deeper into the earth as it rises up to cradle you. I would now like to offer you the opportunity for approximately 3 minutes for meditation, which will end with the sound of my voice. I invite you now to take these next few moments of stillness to rest. Slowly bring your awareness back into your space. Gently rock your head from side to side. Start to move fingers and toes. Circle wrists and ankles. Then roll to your side and breathe here for a moment. When you're ready, place your top hand on the earth beside you and push your way up into any easeful seated position. Press down into your sit bones, lengthen up through your spine to the crown of your head. Tuck your chin in just slightly. Soften your shoulders, your forehead, and your jaw. And then keeping your eyes open or closed, or maybe gazing softly downward, I invite you to bring your hands to your heart in whatever gesture best resonates with you. And think of one thing for which you are grateful today. This could be a person, maybe a pet, perhaps something lovely someone said to you, or something kind someone did for you. And as always, bowing our heads in gratitude to our bodies, perfect exactly as they are, in awe of the many wondrous things they do for us. And to ourselves for showing up to the mat today. Slowly raise your head, and if your eyes were closed, flutter them open. From my love of yoga to yours, namaste. I hope you enjoyed this practice as much as I did creating it for you. I am very much looking forward to seeing you all in the pool and on the mat in the new year. Until then, I would like to leave you with a little metta, or what's also known as a loving kindness meditation, which is my wish for you for the holiday season. May you be safe. May you be healthy. May you be happy. May you live with ease. So feel free to reach out over the holidays if you'd like. I can be reached by email at waterandearthyoga@gmail.com or Facebook Messenger on my Facebook page, Water and Earth Yoga, or at Water Earth Yoga. And if you're looking for winter class schedules, they're all in my pinned post on my Facebook page. So check that out. I'll be updating that. And until then, and always wishing you wellness and all good things. Happy holidays.